So Sinead O'Connor tells the story. Once upon a time, Prince invites her to the mansion. They're talking through Nothing Compares to You. Like, they're talking through all their differences, whatever money differences, whatever it is. They're talking through it. And at some point, Prince suggests that they should resolve their issues in another way. She's like, how? He says, we should pillow fight. She's like, pillow fight? He's like, yes, sometimes you need to, physically get it out of you. And so, obviously, we're not going to fist fight, but we should pillow fight. So Sinead O'Connor's like, okay, let's pillow fight. So Sinead O'Connor's now in a pillow fight with Prince, all right? But she's accused him of loading his pillow with hard objects.
Oh, he put rocks in his pillows.
Yes. So Prince is beating the shit out of Sinead O'Connor with like rocks in his pillowcase. That's the allegation.
I would probably say that I don't believe it, but because of the Chappelle Show thing and like just stories that you've heard about Prince, I could totally, I could buy it.
Dude, because Prince
That's hilarious.
There's a million stories of Prince just being
wild,
absurdly weird.
Yeah.
There's the one, it was maybe one of the late night hosts, maybe Jimmy Fallon or somebody was telling a story. And now we've gone from Sinead O'Connor to Prince stories, but just on the list of absurd Prince stories. And all of these I'm remembering like I heard about it 10 years ago. I'm just sort of, I acknowledge up front I might have some details wrong, but the gist of the story is true.
Yeah.
Like, let's call it Jimmy Fallon. It might have been Jimmy Fallon. It's like, hey, Prince wants to meet you. He wants to play ping pong. And they're like, what? So there's like this ping pong hall in Lower Manhattan. You go there, like I believe a celebrity owns it. And because the celebrity loved ping pong, and then they just created like instead of a pool hall, it's a ping pong hall. And it's like, hey, Prince wants you to come here and play him in ping pong. He wants to compete with you in ping pong. Okay.
Sounds good.
So, again, we're just assuming this is Jimmy Fallon. I can't remember. And he's like, so I go, and I'm just like hanging out. And Prince isn't there. And, oh, by the way, you can't even get in touch with Prince. You're always talking to, like, Prince's guy or Prince's other guy. It's never Prince. It's always somebody else. Hey, Prince wants you. Hey, Prince wants you. Hey, Prince told me to tell you, that kind of stuff. So Jimmy Fallon's like shows up at this ping pong club, just hanging out, like, and then out of nowhere, here comes Prince, and like, just plays him in ping pong, beats him, and walks out. They never says a word. There's the one with Dave Grohl. Have you heard this one?
I don't think so. I know there's one that I heard about, like he was at and I don't even know who it was. This isn't as good as those stories, but it was like Prince was at a club and he had his own little like VIP area, and it was someone that was like super famous, like maybe not Prince level, but super famous. Prince would know who they were, and they walked over to say what's up to him, and he just like didn't look at him, and the security was like, he doesn't want to talk to you.
No, like that, like that. He's that guy.
Yeah,
he's just weird.
Yeah,
There's one Dave Grohl tells, and is a Prince show. Somehow he'd ended up at like a Prince sound check or something, and Dave Grohl's on stage, and so Dave Grohl ends up on stage with Prince, in a sound check situation, and they're just sort of jamming and playing and whatever, and Prince is like, yeah, man, I'd love to have you on stage tonight, something like that, right? And Dave goes like, yeah, man, whatever.
Oh my God, yeah,
whatever you want to do, like I'm here, bro, I'm here, and so they go through a bunch of stuff. And I'm not remembering this correctly, but basically, like he said, we sit there and played. Let's call it an hour. Sit there and played to an empty arena with Prince for like an hour, and then like the show's that night, and like I'm there, and like we've nothing, never hear anything. It's just nothing. It's just nothing.
That is so wild.
It was like I never talked to him again. It was something like that. Like we spent an hour together. The plan was to perform together, and nothing ever came of it. It just never was brought up again. So there's these all wild sort of Prince stories. But the Sinead O'Connor one,
that's hilarious, dude.
He challenges her to a pillow fight, and then loads his pillow.
That is hilarious.
Unconfirmed. But that's just one story Sinead O'Connor once told about Prince.
To relate it to sports, there's a good video going around of her she was at, I think it was UFC 189. McGregor is fighting God, I can't think of his name, Chad something. He wins the featherweight title from him, and she performs it's called like the Fogging Dew. It's a famous like Irish folk song, and she performs like it as McGregor's walkout. It's a cool video that you can find anywhere.
He had a nice little message about her yesterday. So obviously she's a big star. And the idea that we're talking about this and laughing about this, and yet it's 2023 and both Prince and Sinead O'Connor are dead.
Damn.
Yeah. So sad story. Rest in peace. Hopefully she finally is enjoying that now, or whatever people say and stuff like this. I don't know. Yeah, we'll be back. Stories into the comments at YouTube. Carrie said there's a Questlove story where he talks about being in an after party with Prince, and he made everybody just watch a Disney movie at the after party. He's a wild fella.
I wonder which one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
probably like Snow White or something.
Yeah,
you know,
probably
Snow White. I mean, I couldn't begin to guess. Prince was a wild dude.
Yeah.
You know, and of all these weird stories about Prince, here's the other side of it. My buddy Corey Brannon used to before he became a successful musician. He worked at he was a bartender at the Peabody. Mm-hmm. Okay, and one time Prince was in town, and Corey, it was like afternoon, like a weekday afternoon at the Peabody. Like there ain't a lot of people just hanging out at the bar, right?
Right.
And Prince had a show somewhere in something makes me want to say it was at the New Daisy.
No,
like he was doing a little show at the New Daisy, but if it wasn't, it was something else. Okay, but there's something that makes me want to say it was the New Daisy, if I remember Corey telling the story correctly. But wherever Prince has got a show in Memphis. All right.
Yep.
And Google Prince and New Daisy. See if he ever played there.
I think he did in 1997.
Yeah, this would have added up. Yeah, this is about right. All right.
I don't understand that.
1997, Prince is at the New Daisy. And Corey's like, you know, at the bar in the Peabody. It's basically empty. And guess who walks in? Prince. And like sits down for a minute and ends up like they have a conversation. They end up talking. And Prince is like, hey, I can leave you a ticket at the door. Whatever. Like, anyway, Prince left him a ticket at the door.
That's awesome.
And then, and he got to go to this sold out show at the New Daisy.
Okay, I'm looking.
It's like
it might have been.
Prince put him on the list.
It might have been at the Pyramid, and he did something else at the New Daisy at the same time.
It might have been one of those.
Like around like the next day or something.
Ed Sheeran has been doing that on this tour that he's on. I read.
Where he'll play like a small venue after he plays his big concert.
Like he'll play like if he were playing in Nashville, he might play Nissan Stadium tonight and then the Ryman tomorrow. Mm-hmm.